been a really while.
Oh, it's been a while since I listened to my own voice from my
From your
from
side.
headphone. Macam not really used to it right now. It's getting weird, man.
It's getting really
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
It's
getting
been a while,
weirder,
actually.
man. So it's been a while. We are caught up on, of course, during Ramadan month.
Yes.
We don't do much
Mm-mm.
except we did a pod with David
Right.
from Barista Guild Asia,
Mm-mm.
and we also have up and coming guests coming up next week. It will be a husband and wife. Soon we'll announce who are the guests. They are prominent in this industry in
Okay.
terms of baking and coffee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right
Exciting.
now we are quite consistent in terms of our guests.
Mm-mm.
It's been probably the 6 or 7 guests related to coffee.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, but we're getting less active. Unfortunately, caught up with a lot of works,
Correct.
and we're doing this for fun.
Mm-mm.
We're doing this for hobby. Yeah, unless it's we can monetize this, then it's different, right?
Yes.
We're encouraged to
We
do
need
so.
to do it weekly
Yeah.
lah.
So those people who listen to this also, they are like, by the way, they're just curious about our stories. They are curious about barista experience. They listen to more. So usually our students who listen,
Mm-mm.
our alumni, or could be our curious.
Yes.
Beside that, we don't. Let's be clear, we don't generate money any single cent. We don't do this.
Yes.
We're doing this for the sake of for the
Knowledge sharing only.
for the nourishing for the industry,
Yes.
for the sake of love only. That's all.
Correct.
There's nothing more than that. So that's why you can see we are not so consistent. Getting less episode per month.
Okay.
We try our
we
best.
try our best, right?
We try our best. So we try our best that 2 episodes per month, at least just me and you, or just probably with a guest as well.
Mm.
So today we'll be talking about
Alright, okay. So today we'll be talking about SCA, which is Specialty Coffee Association.
you mean the class or the I don't know anything about them.
Are you sure you don't know anything?
I don't know
Alright,
anything.
so maybe for people that are new to our podcast or people that are just learning new things about coffee, so let me share with you.
Yeah.
SCA. What is SCA?
Yeah. What's that?
The full name is Specialty Coffee Association. Okay, they
That's
are the
right.
governed body that helps make some rules and also some SOP that
Yeah.
is related to barista, some also roaster, and also coffee related.
So they are the governed body of education for coffee.
Correct.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So SCA, it's a governed body that also endorse a lot of barista championship.
Yes.
Yeah, barista championship, and some part of the world they do have roaster championship, but not in Malaysia.
Okay.
And they are more into the barista side of things. So if you're talking about green beans, that is different governance. Yeah, that is Coffee Quality Institute. So
Okay.
today we'll be talking about the SCA classes. How about that? Yeah.
Yes.
So if you know what I'm talking about, there was a time used to be SCAA and SCAE.
I remember that story. You
Yeah.
told me before
Yeah.
during our Flavor Wheel episode.
Yes.
So if I'm not mistaken, SCAA is for the America
Yeah, America.
and SCAE is for the Europe.
So yeah, we over here, this part of the world, we follow Europe, but there are some syllabus, they do provide SCAA syllabus.
Okay.
So I think in 2016, they merged together. There's no more SCAA, there's no more SCAE. It's been merged into one SCA. So when they merge, right, there's another problem. Whatever the previous certificates you receive is no longer relevant.
I see.
They don't recognize anymore.
Then
So if you're AST, authorized SCA trainer,
mm.
you have to be a pro. Yeah, you have to be pro or at least barista field.
Mm.
At least barista skills, right? You have to be pro. So in order for you to eligible to teach barista skill, if you want to be a pro if you want to teach for sensory, you have to be pro.
Professional.
From intermediate become pro, and then only you can apply as an AST to teach sensory.
All right.
So right now, I'm a pro in terms of barista skills and pro in terms of roasting skills. So I can teach both. So what happened is before this SCAE, right? A lot of people they're pro at everything, then they have to let go of it, and they have to redo the exam, redo the everything, the sit for course, sit for intermediate course, sit for professional course, and then reapply for AST.
I see.
So according to the one who trained us, his name is Ben Helt, American guy.
Okay.
He was saying that there was a time there was huge havoc between the SCA and SCAE.
ACA.
Yeah, because of a lot of disagreement, a lot of things happen. So it took them 2 years to merge successfully SCA itself. Yeah, about 2016. Then it took probably 2018 is official.
2018.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, from 16 to 18 is 2 years of a lot of havoc happening. Because a lot of people, hey, it's not fair for me. I've been like this, I've been that for 10 years, been this for 5 years. Then I invested a lot of study for SCAA. Then right now you guys become a merge. Then what happened? I have to pour in more money again and resit.
It can be quite frustrating.
Very frustrating.
Very frustrating.
So I can imagine that. So, and then also the standard is different.
Okay.
The SOB is different.
SOP also different, right?
Yeah, SOB. The SCA and SCAE is different SOP. So I heard that SCA is much more flexible and this and that. So it wasn't a lot of standard syllabus, the time. And also we heard something, there are a lot of different multiple standards in between SCAE and SCAA.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we can tell. There are a lot of things I don't think we're supposed to tell because it's the story already history. Yeah, so but then right now it's SCA. A brighter day. Flavor wheel been merged. As the syllabus been combined and everything been standardized by the UK people and the American.
Okay, that's good. That's really nice.
Yeah, so we currently we are teaching barista skills most of the time. For people who seeking for after they have the foundation, for example, like people who have a coffee machine at home, for instance, right? Been playing around that for a year, half a year, or more than a year. Very frustrating. And then they look for me.
Yes.
Foundation is definitely not for them. They know how to dial in espresso on the surface level. They know how to steam milk on the surface level. Not really sure what is the temperature, but about that 60 is fine. But not really sure about a lot of things, right? So, but they have a machine at home. So that's why they are here to join the SCA Barista Skill Intermediate. Yeah.
So would you say that, okay, for people, new people, right now we are talking about people that really doesn't have any zero knowledge about SCA.
Yeah.
But they want to take the SCA class.
Yes.
Okay. So as I know lah, for SCA that is related to barista, we have 3 levels.
Yeah.
Which is the fundamental,
intermediate, foundation,
intermediate, and also professional.
Yes, that's right. Correct. Yeah.
So means that if people that really want to venture into the SCA territory, they will need to start from the fundamental.
Okay, foundation is optional.
Foundation is optional.
But if you want to be a professional, you have to go through intermediate no matter who you are, what you are.
Okay.
You have to start from intermediate. Yeah, no matter how many years of 10, 12, 15 years, don't care. That is the pathway you have to go through as an intermediate. Foundation is not really necessary.
Okay.
Because I always advise, let's say a student's planning to go for intermediate, foundation is something you need to have. If you do not have a machine at home, totally zero, never touched a machine before, you better go from foundation, right? But not necessarily SCA. You gotta go for like our in-house syllabus.
Okay.
By the way, we all teach SCA syllabus, but this, the cert is optional. So, for example, that someone told me that I want to get SCA intermediate, but I have no experience, right? You have to go from foundation first, but not SCA.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can customize a crash course, probably like 4 or 5 hours extra, and then sign up that plus with the SCA intermediate, Barista skill intermediate together. I would say about 20 hours of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
For
split
the
into a few days.
foundation.
Yeah, foundation plus intermediate.
Plus intermediate.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We can do that. We can do that. In compared to if you want to take a foundation SCA, you have to pay a big lump sum of money and you have to spend another 12 hours on that. And then jump into another 15 hours, 16 hours on the SCA, Barista skill intermediate. Then that looks a lot, man.
Yes.
To a lot of people,
Yes.
that looks a lot, man. Like, dude, this almost 30 hours.
Correct.
So not everyone have 30 hours.
Betul.
Yeah. They had everyone. Most of us we have, but just not priority, right? So that's why I come up with the crash course. You can sign up, yes, of course, but you have to start from a very basic, probably extra like 5 to 6 hours, plus another 15 hours of SCA Barista skill intermediate. So that's a crash course from foundation to intermediate.
To intermediate.
Yes, yes. We can do that. We definitely can do that. Depends what's your goal. What's your goal, right? There are some people, I just want to learn. I don't need the SCA intermediate. I don't need anything of this. I just need to know. Yeah, we can do that as well. Sure, we can do. Yeah. There's some like, let's talk about the objective of the certificate, right?
Correct.
What's the objective, right? I used to be a skeptic. It's nonsense. SCA. Why do I need to pay so much for this, right?
Yes.
Then after that, I attended the course, right? Then I was wrong. I was really, really wrong. I say, so it's more than just coffee, steamed milk, and latte art. It's more than that. So in SCA Barista skill intermediate, I would teach the workflow bar efficiency, which I never thought about that.
Oh, okay. Before we go further, I always wonder what makes you intrigued what makes you tick to go further into studying about SCA?
SCA
I mean,
courses, right?
what ticks you lah? What macam
I
bagi
think for
you-
the first 9 years, right? Now it's 12 years already. So I went there 10 years. For the first 10 years, I was really narrow-minded. I have to admit on that. I was really narrow-minded. So until I meet my dear friend Peter. Peter he's Thai. His name is Tor. I mean, Peter means brother Tor.
Brother Tor,
I always call him Peter because he's a brother in Thai. And he's the one who came over during a golf tournament, introduced by my dear friend Joshua, which is my classmate. Yeah. Then he came over and visit me because he got to know that I'm teaching coffee. He's so excited. He come over and brought over by Joshua, and then we were having non-stop talking about coffee. Then he looked at my situation. Then he said, "Wait, you have a lot of potential to grow, man, over here." Then he told me, "What I think personally, what is next for you is you need to have a proper credential, that is SCA." He said, "Ask me, just keep your mind open, go and learn. You need the right person to learn from." Then he introduced me to Espresso Academy Thailand. He said, go there, because he also taught us for the first 10 years or so, same as him. First 10 years, he was roasting machine. He was roasting coffee, operate like more than 20 outlets of cafes, before pandemic. And then I think he joined just right after the pandemic.
Oh,
Yeah, he joined the SCA courses. Also, again, he was quite narrow-minded. He was like, why should I? I've been doing this, I've been doing that. Then until he met this friend, Espresso Academic, Peanut. Then he was convinced he needed. He really need to set a standard for professionally, how to set a standard for coffee roasting, SOP for the baristas, workflow, all this he needs to understand. So that's why he joined that. He was mind blown away. So after the next year, then told me, hey, dude, you need to go, man. You have to go. Yeah. So after that, then I went there. He taught me a lot of things. Yeah. So after that, I was convinced I have to bring something like that into here.
Okay. So would you say, since you have experience as a barista before around 8 to 9 years, would you say before that you learn about the proper SOP or workflow?
No, there's no proper SOP. Man.
No proper SOP.
No, man. No, nobody like.
Even the manager also don't know.
No. Don't have. Not that I know of.
Okay.
Maybe they have. They don't share to me.
Okay. All right.
Not that I know of. Not that I'm aware of. So for example, in SCA workflow, right? Bar workflow efficiency, right? They always talk about where should you place your espresso machine. Your machine is, let's say your steam one is left hand, right? Let's say your steam one single group, your machine steam one is left hand. Then your grinder should be right hand, so that two person can operate at the same time. So one can pull shot, another one can steam milk.
Okay.
Correct? So all these are being taught. So during the bar serving, right? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Nobody explained, okay, this should be like that. This should, no. It's all set up. Nobody bothered to tell me also. Is that the right way? Or is this the right way? The machine like this, the grinder like this? Is this the right way? Nobody talk about it.
I see.
So again, there's something that one of the reasons why I started my own coffee education business. One of the main reasons is like I was staying in the same bar for almost 4 years before I set up, and then same colleagues, same coffee beans, same grinder, same espresso machine,
for the past
same setting.
8 years, is it?
For the past the first 3 to 4 years.
Oh, 3 to 4 years. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why everything is the same. How can I learn more, right? So it become very frustrating. Like every day is very busy, serving bar, busy bring out the food, busy bringing out the coffee. It's like every time I go there, you're doing the same thing. Tired from energetic, from energetic become tired. Then what's the point? I look at my paycheck, it's less than 200 ringgit for a month.
Less than 200 ringgit.
Yeah. Sometimes I off.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
But rarely I off. Like probably I work like 6 hours per
minimum
Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Saturday and Sunday I work 12 hours. Like 6 hours, right?
6 hours,
So
6 hours,
yeah,
okay.
my salary is not that huge also. Like so, but then the frustration is I'm burning my time. The time is something I cannot get back now. So that's why I told my ex-boss, hey, I want to quit. Then she told me, hey, why don't you start something? You go and start something. Yeah, that's how we started. That's how I started the coffee education. Because of frustration. Like, why am I doing here? Every day I'm doing the same thing. Every time, every shift I'm doing the same thing, right? So yeah, so that's why if let's say someone told me, hey, I've been serving bar, what should I learn? What have you learned? I've been serving bar for past 4 years. Yeah, a lot of experience. You only have that experience at the same bar.
Yes.
You don't have experience when at my bar.
Yes.
You have to be adaptive, right? You have to be versatile. Okay. So let's say a skillful barista, let's say I place him at Zeus Coffee, place him at Kenny Hills, place him at, for example, McCafe also can survive one.
Correct.
You know what to do, right?
Yes.
So let's say, given me, myself, the time, let's say I put me into some other coffee bar all of a sudden, set up new coffee bar. My ex-boss asked me, hey, go to Jalan, whatever, go and serve over there. I need time to adapt. I need time. Yeah. Machine different. Grinder is most important, also different. So how do I dive in? If let's say I start out dive in, shit, I think I need some time to down it. Probably half an hour.
Mm.
Yeah. But if let's say I know already, I have the knowledge, I have the know-how, every grinder is about the same.
I see.
Every grinder is about the same. Yeah. So very quickly I know how to dial in already.
Basically, if you have the core knowledge, the basic, at least the basic knowledge lah, you can survive anywhere, right?
Yeah. So that is something that most of people will be very comfortable working at one place. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. So that's why, if you're barista for 5 years at the same place, or 4 years or 2 years, whatever it is, if you know how to make coffee out of the same bar, that means you know how to use that set of machine only. That doesn't mean if you are given another new place, new environment, new grinder, new coffee machine, new beans, not too sure whether you know or not, it needs some time to adapt. So that's how I was quite frustrated at the time. Yeah, it's like same place, same machine. Right now they're still using the same machine. Then right now they're still using the same machine because the machine is so damn good. Right, so good that quality is never break down one.
I understand.
When broke down few times, in my experience, but still can use one. After fix, repair, then back to normal. The frustration is, what can you learn more? That's why we are providing this kind of knowledge to the massive audience. Yeah.
Okay, so let me just, as I know, SCA govern for barista,
Yes.
roaster, and also for trainer or educator lah.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
So we go for barista first. As we already mentioned about the 3 classes.
Yes.
That is related for if you want to take the fundamental ataupun the foundation. Okay. So other classes that you think will be relevant that SCA provided beside the 3, foundation, intermediate, professional, that is...
You mean barista skills?
For barista to attend, not necessarily...
Okay, not necessarily barista skill.
Yes.
So barista skill is more on the coffee making side of things, right? Like operating espresso machine specifically.
Correct.
So barista skill will not teach you how to do a filter coffee. How to AeroPress. No, that's not included, man.
Okay.
Because that's not on the coffee bar, the most common coffee bar.
Okay.
That's not. So barista skill is basically teaching you how to taste, how to do cupping, how to operate the coffee machine, the coffee bar, but not filter coffee.
Okay.
So for something like filter coffee, they have another one. It's called brewer skill.
But that one is under SCA lah.
Yes.
Okay.
So SCA have list of products. They have barista skills, roaster skills. Barista skill, roasting skill, brewing skills, sensory skills.
Okay.
What else?
You mentioned before about machine maintenance.
Yeah, technical skills. Technical skills. Technical skills.
Okay.
But that one probably not over here. Those are for the...
Usually for the manufacturer, is it? Or
not just manufacturer, it might be supplier.
Or supplier as well.
Machine supplier, coffee machine supplier. Yeah, they're very good. They're very useful for that. And also green bean selection. I think green bean, they also have that. But
the one is popular. More to roaster side, is it? Or just in terms of general?
Yes, I would suggest usually green bean, right? But I would suggest go for like Q cupping, Q grading.
Okay,
Q grading. Yeah, that's CQI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so for SCA, it's not really famous for green bean. What else? I think that's about that. Yeah, that's about that.
Okay.
And one more is coffee sustainability. Those are really, really side and, really for corporate people to learn.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Means in the coffee market lah. It's like coffee market lah.
Coffee trader, coffee farmer, all these like the supplier who does supply green beans. So they did all this. They want to learn all this coffee sustainability.
I see.
Yes, they just in fact, SCA just launched a official coffee cupping.
Official coffee cupping?
Yeah.
As in SOP or
just
class?
Coffee cupping only.
Just coffee cupping.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Coffee cupping only, yeah. Which is not, so that one is aimed for one-off class.
Okay.
Like probably 3 hours or 4 hours.
Okay.
It's not a course, but it's one-off class for us to provide such service to like probably like corporate, for fun. It's above fun, like much more into serious, but don't have to consume so much hours.
I see.
Yeah, cupping session. Yeah, they do have.
But there are others that the cupping one that is more serious than that, is it? Or
this because let's say sensory, right? A lot of cuppings. Sensory, a lot of cuppings, right?
Yeah.
But sensory, you have to attend for 14 hours.
14 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
So any intermediate for any of products, right? There's a level of intermediate. Yeah, okay. sensory skill intermediate, barista skill intermediate. Any intermediate and professional above, it will have like 14 hours of course one level. One level.
Okay.
Yeah. Roasting skills, also intermediate, for example, 14 hours of course duration. Roasting skill professional, also minimum 14 hours of course duration. Minimum. You can make it longer, you can make it shorter. That will depends on the AST, how to sell and how much to cost for the pricing. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why there are some other schools, they have 1 year of diploma.
Okay.
1 year of diploma.
Okay.
Every Saturday, Sunday, for example, selling for 14 hours, including teaching how to bar serving, all this, like coffee bar serving. So it costs you 14,000, for example. But in the end, you only get SCA intermediate, barista skill intermediate, But because the thing is, because they are the providing the course is 1 year, right? It's more than 14 hours. It could be 50 hours, could be 60 hours.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why it's 14,000. So there are cheaper ones. Bare minimum 14 hours, for example. Again, they have the right to sell what kind of price they want. They also have the right to customize what kind of syllabus for the client. We also can customize our syllabus for client as well. Okay. Depends what they want. Yeah. So SCA has no saying. Has no saying that, hey, this is the minimum you have to teach this and that, this and that, this and that. No, there's no saying. The content, of course, is decided by the AST. They only like collect money only. SCA.
Okay, let's see. So, is there any specific classes within SCA's range that teach us about beverage?
No, man.
No, right? No, right?
No, just because we have to provide ourselves. No, there's no, you have to. What is mocha? What is matcha? No, man. I don't think they care. Yeah, it's we provide on the SCA Barista Skill Professional. I do provide. I feel like there's an obligation for us to give the students at least to know how to prepare the beverages from menu.
Yes.
Yeah, from menu. Yes. At least like mocha, cafe mocha, matcha latte, whatever we sell from the menu. At least we have to provide to the knowledge how to do that for our students. Or else, I don't know whether I felt very hollow and guilty. They attend so many courses, right? Then they don't even know how to make mocha.
Yeah. Especially for those that aim for when they come to our barista skill, they expect for us to teach them about some of the recipes.
Yes. We do. We also provide beverage class as well for those who are willing to consider that as a drinking class. You can drink cafe mocha, you can drink hot chocolate, you can drink flat white, you can drink macchiato, you can drink piccolo latte. Consider that as a course of drinking coffee. And also teach you how to make, right? So that the students will get to know, usually I don't get the chance to drink all the menu, but this time, I get to take a sip here, try this and try that until the end of class. We can. Also, the professional level for barista skill will be provided on the beverage class as well.
Professional?
Yeah, professional,
okay. So it means for professional under SCA, there's at least some exposure.
For us, yes. For us, we will give some handouts on the recipe. Okay. And also we will provide them this as well. Because for intermediate, it's more focusing on the bar flow efficiency. It's about speed. Practical exam is about speed. You have to be fast and quality. Yeah. For professional, it's much more geeky. There are more data. There are much more analytics. Not analytics, but more things to do. For example, like the water recipe, they have to create their own.
Okay.
And beverage class, I also want to encourage them to make their own signature drink, perhaps.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. And also heavily on sensory in terms of cupping, because practical exam in professional level, you have to have sensory exam.
Sensory exam.
You have to do a cupping, triangulation cupping,
Okay.
and you have to pass the exam as well.
Okay. All right. Since you mentioned earlier about SCA, also one of the the body that govern about the Barista Championship.
Yes.
That is related to the championship. Okay, for people that aims to be at least want to compete in the latte art or any barista related championship, would you say they got to have at least understand about SCA format, the guideline that SCA has created before they go on with their goals on winning, try to compete in a competition?
Not really. Okay. So yeah, if let's say you're asking me, is it possible I enter a competition without SCA, for example? No, you don't have to. Anyone can enter.
Okay.
Anyone can enter. Yeah,
right.
good or bad only is fine. Yeah, but if you want to become a barista judge or latte art judge or whatever judge on national level, you have to have an SCA intermediate at least of any field.
Champion and also judge, is it?
No. Judge.
For judge.
So
okay.
If you want to volunteer, go to the championship competition and become the judge over there. If you want to volunteer, you have to possess at least one of the fields of intermediate SCA.
Oh, okay.
Can be sensory, can be barista, can be roasting, can be brewing, but one of them you have to have an intermediate cert. SCA intermediate cert, yeah.
Okay, for judges.
For judges, yes. For national level judges.
Okay. Any class related to intermediate?
Yes, and any class related.
All right. Okay. So we are done about the barista part. How about the roaster part for the SCA?
What's up?
So you yourself, you have a professional, right, in roaster?
Yes.
Okay. So as we know, okay, you mentioned to me every day we got to do cupping, everything like that. So is that exactly how SCA intended by you attending the roasting class, or is it like a standard SOP that is created by SCA so that we want to standardize if you are targeting to be a roaster or anything like that? This is how you are going to be the best at what you do.
For roasting class?
For roasting class.
SCA roasting class? Let's say a roaster wants to become a roaster.
And also
barista wants to become roaster?
Yes.
Barista wants to become roaster.
Correct.
So are they required to attend a roasting class? No, not necessary. Not necessary. But again, it is the knowledge you can buy and shorten the course of your journey.
Okay.
For example, we've been roasting a year plus by now. First 6 months, I have no idea what I'm doing. I told you before, right? No idea what I'm doing. And so frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Why is all the coffees like cannot drink one? It's like wasted so many beans, only 10 kilos of beans, I don't know. So that's why I'm so frustrated. Damn it, I'm done already. I have to get some money and go to Bangkok and look for PR and Peanut. They can help because they always like every time I go there, roasting class is conducting over there one. So that means they are very frequently they're having roasting class, right? Okay. So that's why I go there, and because they have also like huge, I think at least they have 6 roasters over there. 6 roasting machines.
But it's for education purpose or
education purpose.
Education purpose.
Education purpose. From small 1 kilo, those are legacy brands like Drake, and then they are used to have Probat. Then right now they have Gießen and also Dutch Master. Those are well-known roaster.
Okay.
So that means they invest a lot, so they shouldn't be bad, right? So I went there and attended. So after I attended, then it opens up a lot of my ideas. It opens up a lot of
how
ideas.
roastings
How
works, right?
roastings can be so flexible. It's not just stagnant. It just doesn't mean that you do this, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do that.
Then you will repeat the same result and everything.
It's not like according to them, right? You just everything just a roaster in a very short conclusion. A good roaster, a skillful roaster, you should be able to know how to control the heating conduction within the roasting machine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
That's all.
That's all. If you want it to have first crack at 6 minutes and a half, a skillful roaster know how to do it. A confused roaster, I'm not saying bad, I'm saying confused, meaning not good yet. On the way to become good. On the way to become good. So a confused roaster have no idea how to calculate that.
Okay.
After 10 rounds of roasting, still no idea. Oh, sometimes like 8 minutes, sometimes 9 minutes. Why? Because he still doesn't know how to control the heat conduction within the roasting machine. Yeah. When you have that, I'm not saying that given any beans you can immediately can do. But instead of doing 10 rounds of 1 kg, right?
Okay.
Maybe 3 rounds or second round, I know how to control the first crack already. Second round or third round. So instead of 10 rounds, right, still do not know, right, how to control the first crack. So a skillful roaster should be like second round or third round. He or she should know already when to expect the first crack.
Okay. But at least SCA provide the basic guideline for us.
Yes, SCA, right? Again, I have to emphasize this. SCA do not control what you should teach.
Okay.
There are a lot of bad apples out there
that
teaching SCA classes, but then they're not really good also. So I'm lucky enough to know someone who's very good at teaching and very patient and very good in service, hospitality. That is Espresso Academy. That I'm lucky enough. So that's why I never ask for discount. They give me discount because I know they're worth the price, whatever they quoted. So I trust them.
Okay, that's good. I understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, how about in terms of blend?
Blend. You like blend?
No. I will just ask it.
Blending beans.
Blending beans. Blending beans. Is that I say it never teach about that, right?
Yes, they suggest there's a topic.
Okay.
Yeah. So AST, right, never asked us to teach anything.
Okay. What do you mean?
When I attended the AST, Authorized SCA Trainer program, so it was conducted in the Zoom and 5 session every Wednesday. They never teach anything. Barista skill, what should you teach? Roasting skill, what should you teach?
Okay.
What should you teach? These are list of programs you should cover.
Okay.
They never.
I see.
They never. So what I teach, it's to according the practical exam.
The practical exam.
Yeah.
Okay.
For example, roasting skill, one of the practical exam, you have to do sensory.
Okay.
You have to do cupping and pass the exam cupping. The second one, you have to roast given the electron.
Oh,
For example, 66 electron, you have to roast plus minus. You are given 5 electron different.
Okay. Oh, 5 electron only.
Yeah, 5 electrons. So that means I give you 66. You can plus minus 5 electrons.
I see.
So that is intermediate. So that is so usually our practical exam, when I know what are the practical exams, then I will teach based on the aligned to the practical exams.
I see.
So the practical exam never teaches to ask us what's a blend. I need to have a blend that is acidic, sweetness, balance. No, they do not.
Yes.
So all this blend, you have to try yourself. I have to ask some very experienced roasters to give me an idea. Then only I have the idea how to blend. And they never teach. I'm not sure. It's not about their fault, but because the practical exam never cover this, so that's why my mentors they don't teach. They just tell me usually what is this, how do they do it, and it's not important in the practical exam.
I see.
Yeah.
So in a way, if you want to blend or mix your beans together, it's just more of you trying by yourself.
Common sense.
Common sense.
Common sense and taste. Common sense and taste.
Okay.
Post blend, pre blend. Really depends what kind of things you're looking for. Yeah, post blend that means it's after two beans roast separately, then blend together. Or you want to do pre blend, that means two beans mixed together raw and then put in the roasting machine. That is called pre blend.
Okay.
That would depends what kind of things you're looking for. So let's say pre blend, usually it will be two very similar density of beans. Then only they pre blend. Density, yeah. There are ways to measure density, by the way. So let's say both beans, right, or three beans, right, they are different, fluctuate different of huge gap of density level, right? One is very dense, one is very soft, another one is like in between. Then it's very confusing because you might have three first cracks. Three beans,
Three beans, okay.
Then three different density, right? Correct. One is very hard, one is very soft, low density, one is right in the middle, right? Then you might have three first crack.
I see.
Very confusing.
Correct.
When should you mark the first crack? Is that a first crack or second crack?
Okay.
So very confusing, right? So that's why in this scenario, we will do a post blend.
Post blend, okay. Like we are doing experiment.
Right now, we're doing post blend, but we just for the sake of short term theory, right? We don't sell. We don't serve also. We only serve to within ourselves. We're just learning how to blend ourselves.
Correct. We don't serve to other people.
Yeah. Because very limited stock only.
Yeah. That's also one of the reason.
Like probably 10 cups or 15 cups finished already. 2 hari habis.
Yes. 2 hari just habis. Okay, so I think overall, okay, as an educator, we want to go on the educator part lah.
Okay.
So you have a history, right?
History of?
Okay, history. Sorry.
History of?
So SU and AST.
Oh, AST, yes.
AST,
yes.
kan?
AST,
okay.
yes.
So AST. So as you mentioned, if you want to be an AST, which is the trainer for SCA, you have to be at least have the professional.
Yeah, any field of professional. So let's say you want to teach barista skills, you have to be pro at it.
Okay.
That will eligible for you to apply for AST.
Okay.
So the AST process, you have to send in CV nowadays.
Oh, CV. Do they have a like?
Yeah. There's a template for you to fill in.
Okay.
You don't have to send in Excel format, PDF format. No. How many years of experience? You just jawab sana. You just reply over there. No less than 1,000 words. What have you contributed in this industry? You just you just fill it up there. No more than 1,000 words. For example. How many years of experience? All this. So you have to fill in accordingly during the online application.
Oh, okay.
Because last time I heard, I'm not too sure, SCAA or SCAE, you never work at Barista before, for example. You can become an AST.
Really? Before that? Before they combine together? Oh, yeah.
Before they merge.
Before they merge together.
So according to my trainer, right, last time, if you have money and have time, right, you can just apply for it. They will give you, have exam. Then after that, you become an AST within 2 or 3 days.
Oof. Lesson terbang lah.
So a lot of disputes. Why this guy teaching me? I have no experience.
I understand.
Now they try to filter. Now they are trying to filter. They need certain criteria, at least 2 years in the working industry, 2 years of barista or whatever, roaster or whatever, right? Then they only decide to accept.
I see.
So professional, then apply. Once they accept, they ask for money. It's about $2,500.
Okay.
Yeah, about $2,500. And then
for the course and also the exam, correct? Or just
for the course and exam.
For the course and exam, okay.
And then by you are going for, let's say, online, it is 5 sessions. 5 weekly sessions. Okay. 5 sessions. And then after that, I think on the last session, you are required to do a presentation and upload into YouTube. And then everyone will just watch and then do comment.
I see.
Yeah.
But that one is not for public lah.
No,
Not for public lah.
For that particular group of
That
people only.
particular group only.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that time I was joined with, I think, 14 of us for across the world. We have someone from Hong Kong, someone from Vietnam, me from Malaysia, Australia, Denmark, Sweden,
All right.
Dubai.
International class, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
English speaking.
Okay.
Although someone is like not really understand, so someone brought also like translator.
Oh, okay.
I think the Colombian guy doesn't understand because it's funny. The AST only have 3 languages.
Okay.
English, Korean,
Korean. Okay.
and Chinese.
And Chinese. Okay.
That's
the main 3 main language lah.
Yeah.
They will be used. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
3 languages you can select.
Okay.
So I selected, of course, the English. Yeah. So you can also select Korean. Then you have to join Korean time. Chinese, you have to join the Chinese time zone lah. So English have to join the USA time zone.
I see.
So because of this, then there are a lot of non-speaking, non-English speaking, non-Korean speaking, non-Chinese speaking people like Colombian. They don't really understand on English. So they, also one of my classmates also like brought another translator to help to talk on his behalf.
Oh. Okay. Can be quite challenging.
Yeah, it can be quite challenging on someone who's non-English speaker.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as an educator, we are already finished with that topic. But for you lah, your personal opinion, you as an educator, SCA really helps you. Would you think that?
Yes, it really helps me. Depends what's your goal. My goal is to become a professional in this field, education. So I have to have this credential. So for someone who just want to day-to-day passing by, right, have not much of passion for coffee, you don't have to, right? Obviously, you don't need to. Someone have passion for in this industry, someone who have love in this industry, coffee. I always encourage people to go for SCA Intermediate. I also encourage people to become a judge, to become a volunteer, to contribute in this industry, to mingle around the like-minded people, the professionals, right?
Okay.
Who've been like, for example, the judging. During the class, they are few like very old, like they're very experienced and seasoned. They're in this market for 12 years.
Okay.
First time being judged, To mix with these kind of people, not every day we have chances, one.
I see.
Just imagine that is just a Malaysian Open Championship, right? Which is organized by Barista Asia. Just imagine that is national level, is another level of judges. Yeah, so those people, it's different. Much more, I would say, more professional and more experienced. If you are lucky, if you're good enough, they are willing to share their experience with you. They are willing to share whatever they learn during the competition. They're willing to share to you. And I heard from David Leong, which is from Barista Asia, also a national judge as well. And also heard a lot of people, volunteers, who mingle around with judges, and they create some business out of it. Have to have an objective to become a volunteer judge, because you're not being paid. So according to him, you have to have the objective why you're there. For the love, beside love and passion, you need to have, in order to sustain long in that particular judging, right? So you have to have an objective to make friends, to learn more from the competition, to learn more from the judges, so you will sustain your volunteering work in there.
Volunteering work.
Yeah. Okay. So, but then in order to go there, it's good that you have the SCA Intermediate at least, right? For national level.
Okay,
or else they cannot accept.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Then that's good.
But it does help me a lot. Does widen my knowledge a lot.
Okay. So it's in a way, specialty coffee session or SCA is like akar lah, panggil apa? Like
root.
Like a root lah. If you want to learn anything, you need to based on the route there. So
I think they set a very proper SOP, like the practical exam is set by them. After I attended the judging workshop, a lot of things, right? It's actually, the competition is actually taken from the practical exam.
Practical exam.
Yeah, for example, you need to, right after you steam milk, right? For example, in the practical exam written, after you steam milk, you should wipe 1 point, and then purge the steam one.
Okay.
You get 2 points.
Okay.
That is the same as a competition technical scoring.
I see.
So in the practical exam also similar like that. Yeah. So you should have wipe first, then purge the steam one, right?
Okay.
Otherwise, if you do otherwise, right? If you purge first, then wipe, you get -2 points already.
Oh.
So you see the sequence is different, right? Then you minus. If let's say the sequence is correct, you get +2 points.
I see.
Yeah. Same with the SCA practical exam.
So basically, whatever the bar flow or SOP is just in a way when you are doing the exam.
It's not the same, but there are some taken from the practical exam.
All right.
There's some. Yeah. Like for example, also another example, after you put in the coffee, you put your coffee ground into the group head. For example, portafilter into group head. First thing, you have to start. Then only you take a cup.
Yeah.
That's same with the competition. If you put in the portafilter into group head, but you never start, you go and grab the cup, you -1 point.
Okay.
Yeah, same with the practical exam. If you put it in, you never take the cup, but instead you never start. No, you go and take the cup, you -1 point also.
I see. Okay. Right. Understand that. Okay.
So that's why. So there are things that they are taken from the practical exam into the competition.
Okay. All right. So basically, I think we are done with the education part for the SCA.
Okay, right now is another part.
No.
After 1 hour.
Because basically, just want to ask your personal opinion. Okay. Since we are teaching about specialty coffee, right? Specialty coffee, SCA, or we are educating people about what is the difference of the specialty coffee and also the commercial coffee.
Yeah.
Right. So, how do you think the SCA is helping for us as an educator in teaching people about more about coffee?
Yeah. There are a lot of people ask me before, hey, do you guys teach SCA? I was saying that, the time, right? Even if I SCA, you won't come and take one. So expensive, right? But guess what? Every month we have few students right now.
That's correct.
Right? You can see, right? Every month we have few. And those people who pay 3,500, those people who pay 4,500 for this kind of courses, they are different people. First of all, what I noticed, right? They will not tell you, I'm not free on this schedule, I'm not free on that schedule, I'm not free on this schedule, that day I'm not free. Usually, me as a trainer, are you free on next week class? Yes, I'm free. Tuesday? Sure. How about Wednesday? Okay. Friday also can. No problem. So usually these kind of people will sign up SCA. So I'm saying that those who sign up high value courses, right? They're different people.
I see. Okay. Not just because they are rich, right?
Not just because they're rich.
But they are so passionate about it.
There are some are not rich also, but they still fork out the money and learn.
Yeah. Because they are passionate about it, right?
There's some not rich also. They are willing to fork out the money and willing to attend the course with me. So me as their trainer, I have to do my best to make sure they learn the most efficient way to make coffee.
I see. All right.
And so another thing I also want to bring out. There are people ask me, hey, do you certify barista or not? How do you tell? Hey, does your seafood certified barista or not? How do you answer that question? What does it mean certified?
I mean, maybe they're thinking like that. The one is like credential for in case if you want to be competent in something.
Okay. I still remember my first class of AST. Number one topic, the trainer Ben Helt brought this up to all of us. First of all, if you attended the SCA up to professional level, you are not certified barista. You're not certified. What does it mean certified? In their definition, that means you have to renew your license. That is certified.
Oh, okay.
Intermediate, professional level, you don't have to. It will stick with you for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Right? But AST, like me, we are not 3 years. We only given 3 years.
3 years, okay.
You have to attend SCA submit. You have to attend that workshop by SCA.
Okay.
You get the points, then it will upload into points into my score sheet. If I'm not fulfill 30 points in 3 years, they have the right not to renew my AST license.
Okay, all right, understand.
That's called certified.
That's called certified.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, understand.
And one more, it's a Q grader also.
Okay.
Q grader, after you attended, then you have, I think, 2 to 3 years. I'm not sure whether 2 years or 3 years. Also, again, you have to sit for the calibration. That will renew your license another 2 years.
Same as for AST, right?
Yeah.
Calibration, right?
AST do not.
You
just need to attend the workshop. Workshop.
Okay,
just like doctors and all these engineers, they have a conference. You have to go, or else you cannot renew your architect or your doctor renew license, right?
Correct.
Similar, they try to play this kind of similarity.
I see.
Q grader has been like that all the time. So if you have every 2 years, you have to sit for exam. They call it calibration. Every 3 years or whatever, 2 or 3 years, you have to sit for exam to renew your Q grading license. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's called certified. If you are given a certificate, it's not certified. It's just certificate from SCA. That's
certificate from SCA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that doesn't really have a term for certified barista.
There's no certified because we are not governed by the government.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not governed by the Ministry of F&B.
Okay.
Is there a Ministry of F&B?
I don't think so.
Ministry of Health only, right?
Ministry of Health.
Right, so we're not governed by that kind of, like doctor, architect. You are governed, right? So, like doctor are governed by MOH, Ministry of Health. So if you want to renew a license every half a year, you have to submit your medical report.
Yes.
That's number one. Number two, you have to renew a license. You have to attend workshops, this and that. So you get your license, your medical doctor license renew. Or if you have a practice, like a clinic, you also need to do all this kind of thing to renew the license.
Yes, betul.
So that's why we are not certified, but it's not the correct term for certified. Yeah, so barista do not have these kind of things.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a lot of new info for me as well.
So that's I hope that can clarify a lot of people who thought SCA is a certified barista. It's not. There's no such thing certified. Yeah. You just pass through the exam only. You just pass the exam. You just been through the course. That's all. It's what it means. Yeah.
All right. Okay. That's good to hear.
So shall we wrap things up?
Okay.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Hope you guys enjoy and see you guys next time.
All right. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.